The Brain Trust is back. Jimmy Williams, Christine Niedermeier, Amy Holmes. Jimmy, I want to come to you. It was a few minutes ago. Amy was talking a little bit about the president's comments and also talking about our labor reporter, Mike Elkin, what he was saying about Obamacare. I wanted to give you an opportunity to respond.
Well, I was just looking on the handy-dandy smartphone here, and BLS, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, put out a report last year that said over half of minimum wage workers are people under 25. Last time I checked, under Obamacare, they could still be on their parents' health care. So I'm not really buying this whole idea that all these people who make the minimum wage, if in fact they start working 40 hours a week and make the living wage, that they'll just be shunted out of their jobs, et cetera, and that McDonald's is not going to hire them. I just don't buy it. I mean, to me, it just doesn't make sense.
But Jimmy, you make a really good point about the minimum wage and who's earning it, and it does tend to be, as you mentioned, half of the people who are teenagers. And what we know about wages is that it's
under 26,
under the age of 26. But college students and teenagers, summer workers, people who are working in a more seasonal way. And what we know about labor and the labor market is that it's supply and demand. And in fact, McDonald's is paying more than minimum wage because that's what they have to pay to get people to come and work.
If you don't stop her, Christine, if you don't stop her.
I know, I'm learning Amy.
Go ahead, jump in.
Yeah, let me, just a couple of quick things. I'm not the expert on the small employee, but I would say in terms of Obamacare, Amy's right, there's been about 40 votes on it in the House, and it's really semantics. It's a waste of time. I have a history as a legislator. I know when you do those things, you do them to make statements. Obamacare is not going to go away. Sure, there are going to be administrative problems that need to be resolved in the coming months as this gets implemented, but you've got 30 million Americans with no health insurance, 15% of this country.
But Obamacare doesn't cover all of those people.
As Jimmy said, right, but as the president said yesterday at his press conference, there's not going to be perfect legislation on immigration or other issues, but you got to move forward.
Two things that have struck me, regardless of your politics. Hang on a second. Regardless of your politics, what I have not heard from the right is any sort of legitimate substantive replacement for Obamacare. And more than that, 3 or 4 votes, that's a statement. 40 votes is an obnoxious waste of time.
Obnoxious?
I agree.
But
whatever your politics, whatever your politics.
For their constituents. Yeah. And by the way, you mentioned moving forward. It's the Obama administration that's actually putting a delay on Obamacare because as Max Baucus, Senate Democrat from Montana, Senator who's a Democrat from Montana, said, this is a train wreck. And we have Harry Reid, who was just quoted as saying, this is one step towards single payer.
Jimmy Williams.
The end goal.
Jimmy, 15 seconds. 15 seconds. You get the last word because you're from South Carolina. Go.
I just don't understand why conservatives are so upset. Chief Justice John Roberts said it was okay.
You know what? We'll have to leave it there. We'll have to get you guys back. I do enjoy you so much. MSNBC contributor Jimmy Williams, Christine Niedermeier from the Straight Scoop Politics blog, and Amy Holmes from The Blaze. Go to Twitter right now. Feel free to send us your tweets and your Facebook posts specifically regarding Amy Holmes. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow starting at 3 o'clock Eastern Time.